There are fresh leads in the investigation into Friday's serial blast in Lucknow, Banaras and Faizabad in Uttar Pradesh that killed 13 people yesterday. The UP police have released sketches of 3 suspects, while 2 sketches were prepared on the basis of eyewitnesses including lawyers and cycle stand attendants in Faizabad. Another was released after questioning eyewitnesses in Lucknow. According to sources, the investigation so far suggests that the blasts were triggered by a timer device and not remote controls or cell phones. Also, ammonium nitrate and other locally made explosives were used in the blast, not RDX. Investigators are focusing on local sympathizers of terrorists who frequent the courts to meet lawyers. State and central intelligence agencies are also examining the email that was sent to a private television channel from a group calling itself the Indian Mujahideen, claiming responsibility for the blast. They believe that this could just be a red herring to mislead investigators. The Bangladesh-based banned organization Harkat-ul-Jihad-e-Islami or Huji is suspected to be behind the blast. Investigators are looking at the modus operandi of those who carried out the blast and the use of local materials. And to get a better idea of the state of the investigation, we are joined by Rajneesh Sharma from the capital. Rajneesh, this is in a series of blast terror strikes that have been carried out in India, across India as a matter of fact, and every time the name of Huji, this Bangladesh-based group, crops up. What do we know so far of their involvement in this incident yesterday?
Well, Randeep, high-level Home Ministry team which visited the blast sites last night, the sources in the team are telling us that clearly the immediate provocation for these serial blasts in Uttar Pradesh yesterday was to target the lawyers. But clearly those accused in some of the recent terrorist incidents in Varanasi, like the Sankat Mochan attack on the Sankat Mochan temple or on the Ram Janmabhoomi in Ayodhya, those cases are going on in Faizabad, and other terrorist-related cases in Lucknow, Varanasi and Faizabad. Clearly the accused persons were having a problem finding lawyers to defend their cases, and the immediate provocation, obviously, the protest that was carried out by lawyers in the Lucknow court during when the accused, the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists who were arrested by the UP police, were being produced in the court, and the lawyers also refused to defend them. So clearly the Home Ministry officials are saying that the immediate provocation was to target these lawyers, and on this issue they will sensitize all the states in the days to come that the lawyers who are involved in terrorist-related cases need to be more cautious and careful. Another important issue, Randeep, they are saying that the email that was sent to the news channels yesterday is a diversionary tactic, and clearly the groups that have carried out terrorist-related incidents in the UP in the last few months are responsible for the yesterday's serial bombings also, with support and assistance from some of the sleeper cells and modules that have been operating in the state. Randeep?
Rajneesh Sharma, thanks very much for joining us with that information. Rajneesh Sharma reporting there from the capital. Well, Banaras was hit the hardest in these blasts, where 9 people died and 45 were injured. But showing its resilience, the ancient city has come back to normalcy amidst high security. Manu Sharma now brings you this report.
A day after the blast, if anyone thought that the never-say-die spirit of Banaras could be broken, then they only have to come to the banks of this river, the Ganga. This is one of the many ghats here in Banaras. Just look around you. It's packed with people. These are the people of Banaras who are telling the world, who are telling those trying to create terror in the hearts of people that their spirit is never going to die. Today also for Banaras is a very significant day. A day after the blast, Banaras here is celebrating the important, significant festival of Dev Deepavali. Like we've been saying since morning, it's a very important festival which has assumed even greater significance in the last decade, because people from across the world come here. They take a dip in the holy river, and also in the evening these people will be gathering here, lighting lamps and showing to the world that their spirit is never going to die. And it's not just here. The spirit is not visible just here on the banks. In fact, on our way across in the city as well, there were no signs of the Bandh that was called by the opposition parties. We spoke to many people here in the city and on the banks, and they all say that life has to go on. This is the historic city of Banaras, where people are here, they are celebrating their festival, and they're saying no to terror. This is Manu Sharma on the banks of River Ganga with camera person Imtiaz Saikia for NDTV.